Sheamus is not the most entertaining Mr. Money in the Bank that we've ever seen, but he is the guy with the Money in the Bank briefcase. They always have to keep it out there a little bit that basically the guy with the Money in the Bank briefcase can cash in at any time. But besides for when Daniel Bryan was calling a shot saying that he was going to cash in and he was going to win his championship at WrestleMania, I cannot remember anybody really being as forefront with the Money in the Bank as Sheamus is, especially when Sheamus is talking to another heel in Seth Rollins of, saying, hey, I see that you have 2 matches at Night of Champions, and if you're able to win both of your matches at Night of Champions, you might just have 3. And he's sitting there holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, just shoving it into his face. You have to think, anytime you're watching Raw, you're watching SmackDown, you're watching the pay-per-views, anytime Mr. Money in the Bank has his chance, he really could come out and play a factor in cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase. Sheamus is already doing a lot of what you do on the road to cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. You lose a lot. You put a lot of people over. That way you have established storylines in order to, once you become the new champion, you have guys coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, I beat this guy. I want a title shot. I want to see what's going down. We just saw Sheamus end up his run with Randy Orton on Monday Night Raw. That was to set up Randy Orton and to see if he's going to join the Wyatts, the Shield at the pay-per-view, and the 6th man being the Mystery Man, tagging with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. And in my prediction, I think that Randy's going to be there, and then Randy is going to go off, and he is going to have his own program with Bray Wyatt, seeing how those are 2 guys that really haven't mixed it up, and they don't really have any history with each other. So let's see if they can get something going. Odds are, in my mind, I don't think they're going to. 2 guys, really boring, and I'm not sure what you're going to do about it. But Sheamus, he's not even booked on the pay-per-view. I didn't even notice until right now. I remember, when Dolph Ziggler wasn't booked on the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. I remember making a video saying, this is a lock. They gave it away. He's cashing in. He's going to win it. And he just wasn't on the pay-per-view. He never even showed up with the briefcase. But I don't know, man. I don't really feel Sheamus with the briefcase. I maybe it's because I don't want him to be champion. I just don't even really think about it. If Sheamus is cashing in at any time, I know that some people think that maybe Sting will beat Seth Rollins, and then, during his celebration when he's running around the ring, celebrating with the belt, look, I did it, you have Sheamus come down, bro kick him in the face, have the referee count the 1, 2, 3, and now Sheamus is your new champion. But now, what does that do? That leaves you with, I want to see Sting versus Sheamus, and you're not going to get it. Because I don't think Sting is going to be around. I think he's going to do Night of Champions, and then he's going to go back. Maybe he wrestles at WrestleMania, maybe he goes into the Hall of Fame, but I don't think we see him again until that time. I just don't see how he fits in. It was a big surprise to me that they would think to use him at SummerSlam. A big surprise to me that they ended up using him at Night of Champions. I think it was a smart move. It definitely kept people thinking in September about the WWE Network and keeping it. But I don't know. I don't know when Sheamus cashes in, but I just don't feel like it is going to happen right now. He is losing a lot. He is, talking about having the briefcase all the time, and that's sort of what WWE does. Like, if he was Intercontinental Champion or U.S. Champion, he'd be losing, but he'd be saying, hey, I'm still the champ. Wins and losses don't matter. Championships do, just like Nikki Bella says. So, in my prediction, I don't see Sheamus cashing in at Night of Champions. I don't even think we see him.